TC number 348, 5 seconds. Start. Mr. Deputy Speaker, Sir, I rise to support the demands for grants of the Ministry of Food and Civil Supplies. This ministry has to perform mainly three types of roles. I will refer to those roles and express my views regarding the performance of this ministry in that respect. Public distribution system has to be looked after by this ministry. With that system and with the other powers which the ministry has, it should also succeed in holding the price line of the essential commodities. This is the second role which this ministry has to perform. The third role, according to me, which is also the most important, is the role to protect the consumers and protect their rights as consumers of this country. As far as the public distribution system is concerned, no doubt at present there are about 3,40,000 fair price shops in the country. If we fix up the target as one fair price shop for 2,000 people, then also they fall short of this target. And at least 4 lakh fair price shops will have to be established in this country if we want to achieve the target of one fair price shop for every 2,000 people. I would request and urge upon the government to take prompt steps to increase the number of fair price shops as early as possible. Through these shops, only the public distribution system can work. We can reach every nook and corner of the country with all the essential commodities which are required for a common man. Another problem with respect to these fair price shops which I would like to put before the government is that at present the fair price shops have not become a viable proposition. As far as the cities like Mumbai are concerned, where we call them ration shops, nobody is now coming forward to take charge of any ration shop or to open a fair price shop. Therefore, rethinking will have to be done in order to make these shops more viable. Some more margin will have to be allowed. Some more facilities will have to be given as far as Mumbai is concerned. Shop premises which are not available in Mumbai have to be provided. In this respect, rethinking will have to be done and more fair price shops will have to be encouraged and established. In view of the time which is at my disposal, I will not go into the details of this, but I may urge upon the government that production of bumper rabi crop may not generate a sense of compulsancy, and we should still concentrate on these fair price shops as far as the whole country is concerned. The most important subject which prompted me to speak on this is the rights of the consumers, which are not properly protected at present by this department. we passed the Consumers Protection Act 2006 and it came into force from 24th December 2006. I would like to know whether every state has established the consumers forums which were contemplated under Section 7 of that Act, and what is the state of the National Forum which was supposed to be established under Section 5 of the Act. I am told that the forums which are formed are so unhealthy with the result that I do not think hardly any meetings like held by these forums, and no purpose is being served by establishing these forums. Therefore, I will urge upon the government to look into the matter and to implement the provisions of these Consumers Protection Act 1986 more carefully and with more vigor. As I was saying, the most important subject which I want to touch today is about the distribution of contaminated butter in cities like Bombay and Delhi, and it has been a very serious matter which the government should take a very serious note of. I am told and I am sure that the Supreme Court has now decided that there is no danger about the consumption of these articles. I would point out in the first place that nothing has been decided by the Supreme Court as far as the consumption of Irish butter is concerned. They have expressed certain views, and ultimately the whole right petition has been dismissed or decided on the ground that the judicial proceedings of the nature initiated is not a proper remedy for determining such matters, and therefore, really speaking, the Supreme Court has not decided these matters, though they have expressed certain views. Secondly, the three experts who were appointed by the Supreme Court for this matter had no knowledge about the technical subject which was before them. We are not taking a note of the opinion of these experts, and therefore I would urge upon the government to take a very serious note of this and to stop distributing this contaminated butter either in Bombay or in Delhi.